So you're looking to build an even better bond with your dog, right? Well, finding the right professional trainer is a huge part of that. Today, we're going to walk through a complete guide to finding the perfect one for you right here in Belvidere. The whole point of good training is to get your dog ready for the real world. It's about making sure they're comfortable and confident with all the different sights and sounds in our community, so you can enjoy your life together with a whole lot less stress. So what does that actually look like here in town? Well, it's those calm walks along the Kishwaukee River Trail, where your arm isn't being pulled out of its socket. It's being able to visit the farmer's market and have your dog be totally relaxed. It means good manners on State Street and your dog staying focused even when a runner or a cyclist zips by. These are the skills that really change your day-to-day life. Okay, so how do we get there? First, let's break down the different training methods and the kinds of programs you'll find. Once you understand these, it's so much easier to find the perfect match for you and your dog. The approach that professionals really stand by these days is positive reinforcement. And it's pretty simple, actually. You reward your dog when they make good choices. This not only builds an amazing, trusting bond, but it also helps you meet all the local Belvedere requirements for keeping your dog safely under control in public. So when you start looking, you're generally going to find two main options. Group classes, they're awesome for practicing around other dogs and people, and they're usually the more budget-friendly choice. Then you have private sessions. These are totally customized to whatever your dog's specific challenges are, and they can happen right in your home, which is perfect for working on things like barking at the doorbell. And it doesn't stop there. You'll probably see some other specialized programs too. Puppy training is just essential for getting a new pup started off on the right paw. In-home training is great because it targets those specific behaviors that only happen at home. And for more serious needs, you might look into intensive options like a board and train or day training program. All right, let's talk about two really practical things: how much to budget for training and how to figure out if a trainer is qualified. This is all about knowing exactly what you're paying for and who you're trusting with your best friend. So what can you expect to pay around Belvidere and Boone County? Well, a typical set of group classes usually runs somewhere between $140 and $280. A single private lesson is often in the $100 to $175 range. And if you're looking at a really intensive option like a board and train, that can be anywhere from about $1,900 to over $4,000. Now, this is really important. Illinois doesn't actually require dog trainers to have a specific license, so looking at their professional certifications is pretty much the best way to get a real sense of their knowledge and experience. So what should you look for? Well, here are some of the most respected ones. A CPDT-KA means that trainer passed a tough exam on training knowledge. KPA-CTP tells you they're an expert in clicker training. And for more complex behavior issues like serious fear or aggression, you'll want to look for some of those advanced certifications like IIB, ACDBC, or CPC-KA. All right, let's bring this all back home. Knowing the local rules and the best places to go and practice what you've learned, that's going to be a huge key to your success. First up, a really simple but vital rule here in Belvidere. Your dog has to be on a leash in all public areas. And the standard is a 6-foot leash. So it's a good idea to just leave those retractable leashes at home when you're walking downtown or in our local parks. And here's another key number to keep in mind: 4 months. By the time your dog is 4 months old, Illinois law says they need a rabies vaccination. And right here in Belvidere, they need a city dog license. So where can you go to put all this training to the test? Spencer Park and Belvidere Park are just perfect for working on polite, on-leash walking. The Boone County Conservation Trails are fantastic for building focus around real-world stuff like wildlife and other hikers. And for some safe off-leash fun, Peckinpah Dog Park is just a quick drive away. Okay, you've done your homework, you've narrowed it down to a few options. Now it's interview time. Let's go over the essential questions you've got to ask before you hire anyone. This is probably the most important question of all. You want to hear them talk about a philosophy that lines up with those positive, humane methods we talked about. A great follow-up is to ask them what they do when a dog gets something wrong. Their answer will tell you a whole lot about their approach. And this question brings it right back to your life. You want a trainer who gets that your goals are about real situations here in town. Can they help you prep for a busy day on State Street or a picnic over at Spencer Park? They should be able to clearly connect what they teach to your actual daily routine. And finally, here's a quick rundown of some other practical questions. Double-check their certifications. Ask how you'll both track your dog's progress. Get a very clear breakdown of all the costs, including any travel fees. And for sure, make sure you understand their cancellation policy. And hey, if you're dealing with a specific behavior issue, it's a great idea to ask if they'll coordinate with your vet. Because really, at the end of the day, all this effort is about making the life you share with your dog even better. A well-trained dog truly makes every walk in Spencer Park and every single visit with friends and family that much more enjoyable. We're wishing you the absolute best on your training journey.